going to answer the question. The point is, what are the three?
What's your point?
What is the point? The point is this.
The
What are the
What
three
is tonight?
biggest reasons why anglers don't put fish over 20 pounds in their boat? We're going to answer those three questions on tonight's feed.
That's three questions?
It is. Tuesday. Oh my
It's
God.
tonight. It's live with the guides.
That's right.
Mr. Mike Thompson in the house
You're
over in the
getting
corner.
lost. I'm just trying to
Noelle
look for it.
Ibarra back in the middle there. Mr. Ryan Glover right over here. And my beautiful wife, Miss Terry.
Oh,
Guys,
thank you.
it's
Hey,
Lake
Bob.
Tawakoni Guide
Hey,
Service.
Bob's on
Mike's
there. We're with you
going to
today.
put on the Santa
Christmas
Claus
tree.
outfit.
Ho, ho, ho.
So, anyways, guys, welcome.
Hey, Sean.
It's
Hey, Tammy.
it's Tuesday night. So,
Tuesday.
hey, Levi, what's
Thank
up,
you guys
man?
for joining. Y'all see some pictures we put out this morning or today? Mm-hmm. Somebody's catching a couple fish.
Yep, we're going to let everybody kind of load up here. What's up, Mr. Bill Gordon? Andy.
How are we clear? Is everybody?
What's
can
up,
y'all
man?
see us pretty
Are
good?
we sounding good?
Oh, wait.
Is this working?
I did.
Okay, good. That scared me.
Oh my God.
We've done that one before.
What's up, Chad?
More than
Hey,
once.
Chad. Hi, my friend Chad from
Happy
Rossville,
Tuesday.
Kansas. Can y'all hear us okay?
Yeah, they said they're good.
Hey. How do you know? Cindy,
What's
my
up,
friend
Jeff?
Cindy. We just like to see everybody. Bob, he says hello. Bob says hello, Mike. He fished with him today.
Oh, hey, Bob.
Russ.
Yeah, you fished with me today, man.
There goes
You
my
know,
beautiful wife, Julie.
We had
Hey,
we had
Julie.
fun, but it's a little bit of a struggle. But
Oh boy, guys!
we
If you
put some fish in the
if you're
boat.
just
Yeah.
joining
Hey,
us,
Maynard.
it's live with the guides. It's Lake Tawakoni Guide Service. We're answering the
Hello,
three
Samantha.
big questions tonight. Or we're
Michael.
answering one
Michael.
question. The biggest reason, why you don't put big
Let
catfish
me
in the
redo
boat.
this because he's stumbling over his words.
Yeah.
The three biggest reasons why you don't put fish over
20 pounds.
20 pounds in the boat.
Yeah, stay tuned because we're going to answer those questions. It's going to be fun
Answer that.
tonight. A lot of fun. And Noelle has been waiting to share something really cool.
Share it, Noel.
So
We've
go
been
ahead.
waiting on you.
Man, oh man, what am I sharing? What are we giving away today?
What does that mean when you do that?
I want to see some hearts. I want to see some likes. I want to see
close
some
we
thumbs
are.
up. I want to see some comments. Norris, Cliff, who else? Ben,
Clips on there?
Who else is there?
Jeff. Come on, who else is in here? Let me see your comment. Let me see those.
Is
I want to
it?
see a bunch of likes right now.
Sweet. Hey, Jeff.
Sonny,
won,
what's up?
Hey, Jeff, what is it you won last week? I think Jeff
Chad,
won
what's
something.
up? Come on. Let me see more. Let me see.
Likes.
Suzanne, what's
Sorry,
going
Terry.
on?
See, Albert
Terry.
Escobedo.
Hey, Albert.
Where y'all from, anyway? We don't know none of y'all. Where you from?
Didn't we used to ask folks to tell
Where
us
y'all
where they're
from?
watching from?
Yeah.
Noel's
Hey,
slacking now.
no,
He doesn't
I'm
do that
not.
That's
anymore.
right. All he wants
Hey.
to do is get up there and do this.
I want to know where you're tuned in.
He does it better than me.
Kathy, what's going
I
on?
know.
No. Hey, I don't say I can't do very much.
We have
It's a full house. It's a crazy house today. Hey, where you tuned in? Where you watching from? You got questions. We got answers for you. Let's hit those likes. Let's hit that share button. Let's get 50, 60, 70 views up in here. Levi, what's going on? Hello, how's it going?
Some shares.
If
Hey,
they do
Sean.
like and share, what happens? They win stuff, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
So
you
everybody wants to
go.
win something.
Mansfield in the
Do you guys know
house.
that? If you just share this live feed right now, you can pop right back in. Share this live feed, and every week we pick someone
Midlothian,
that
Texas
shares,
in the house.
and we give them something.
Look,
To all the followers,
Bye-bye.
everybody hitting like, them hearts, followers. Thank you so much
concert going on, Noel.
for tuning on to it.
Walk up
Time to
in.
choose that.
Here we go. We don't know what we're singing, but we're
Where's the
coming
tambourine?
to you live right here on Tuesday.
Oh my God.
All on Tuesday.
Oh, man. That was good.
Never know what we're gonna do.
His wife has got her head buried
That
in
was,
the sand over
It's
there.
buried, it's buried in the doggy.
Right here on Tuesday. That wasn't rehearsed, by the way. That just
My,
happened.
oh my, oh
That
my.
really just happened. Y'all witnessed it.
Lukenbach, Texas.
Yeah,
Hey,
that's,
hey guys, just real quick, if you wanna see us all together again on January 28th, we're gonna be with Catfish Weekly. It's on a Monday at 7 o'clock. This entire group plus one of our other guides, Steve. So watch us January 28th on Catfish Weekly. We'll put a link. It'll be a lot.
Hey,
of fun.
real quick to all my Latino people out there, si tienen una pregunta en español, quieren saber de la laguna, aquí tienen a Noel Ibarra, aquí estamos para contestarles todas sus preguntas que tenemos. También el capitán Michael Little John, si tienen una pregunta en español,
mira.
That was the next verse to the song.
Oh,
That was it.
¿Cuántos años tiene el pescar, la guía?
Oh, tenemos muchos años ya
Ándale.
pescando aquí
Con
como
el
guía.
camarón.
Y
Sí,
sí.
hablo más Spanish.
Pero aquí estamos todos listos para
Look at 'em
contestarles
hearts.
todas sus
Look at 'em
preguntas a
hearts.
toda la raza mexicana.
All those
So,
hearts.
Latinos,
All right.
stand up.
Guys, Lake Tawakoni Guide Service is Tuesday night live with the guides. Mr. Ryan Glover right here, our brand new
Un
fishing
grito.
guide. He's getting ready to tell us all about the lake.
That's right. Speaking of Ryan, he's got something to say. You
Ryan's got
know?
something to tell
He's
y'all.
pushing.
All right. all
No
right.
pressure.
So the lake is about 52.
What about the lake? What about the
Going
lake?
up in
It's
there, buddy.
42 to 54 degrees. The south end is lightly stained. The north end is stained. Golly. All boat ramps are open. The spillway's barely going over.
No pressure.
That's what
If someone wanted to launch their boat at any ramp on the lake,
they're all open.
They're all
They're all open. It's all
This
good.
is going anywhere.
So it's good for fishing.
What are the
Get on the
stripers
lake,
doing
get on the
right
lake.
now?
Hey, this ain't a fishing report.
They're biting.
This is lake report. You gotta know your boundaries.
All right. Terry's got something to say.
I'm not next.
I'm just joking. I'm just joking.
you got a real touchy button there.
That's okay.
Hey, can y'all tell he's the new guy? Yeah?
That's the that's the easy way out. You're outta here.
Let me tell you. You know what my husband says about me? He says I'm one.
Look.
Stop.
Hey,
He says I'm one big button.
Quit pushing me.
Right? I'm one big button. Hey, but you know what? I'm gonna give you guys a trophy cat. I'm gonna give you a catfish report, a trophy catfish report. So today we went out. My first day on the water in quite a few days. We went out and decided your trip canceled, and I went out with you. But we both captained because people ask us that. Who's the
No,
captain?
no. You captained the boat.
That's not true.
We went where you wanted to go today.
Well, the second time we did. The first time we went. Anyway, we caught quite a few big fish today, and we had another guide on the lake, Steve. Guide Steve Jones was on the lake also. So anyway,
Mike was
you
on the
guys.
lake, too.
but
Shout
no,
out,
he
we got
wasn't-
60 viewers.
He wasn't. He wasn't. But he wasn't fishing
I
for
wasn't
catfish.
catching.
He's got a strapper report, so he'll get there in a minute.
Bob was
Yes.
on the boat with me
Yes,
today.
tell him, Sonny, to leave me alone.
We did a little
Anyway.
bit of catfishing, but not
Okay, so
serious.
let me tell you. So the catfishing, it's really taking off. I know you guys have probably seen on Facebook. Some of these guys have already brought in quite a few big catfish, but today was my first day out there. Was that your first trip too?
I think so. No.
No. That's right. Ryan, you and Ryan went out. Anyway,
Michael just.
so we caught
And
fish
Michael
with
Jesse,
big
yeah.
gizzard shad.
That's
I can tell you we used mostly heads and 30 to 40 foot of water, but we did. So if you've got a gizzard shad this big and you cut it right behind the am I giving too much information?
I don't think
He's
so.
breathing down my neck, so I never know.
Probably too. It's TMI. That's too much
Okay, so
information.
anyway, the big
Cut shad.
the
That's
big
all you need to say.
catfish are biting, guys,
Yeah. big
and we
catfish
caught ours
biting.
from 30 to 40 foot of water. So.
That's a
Bye.
lot of information.
That's a whole lot of.
Now we're going to have all the other boaters around there.
All right, let's
Hey,
get a
30
strapper
water's
report.
But it's all good. We got
You know-
40,000 acres of lake, so
That's right.
everybody could spread
Amen.
out.
I love
I think what we're trying to say is here
Hey,
we come
James.
into the trophy catfish season. I had a real successful day on my trip the other day. Noel had a good day. He had to work at it, but they finally grinded some fish out and it made it work. They went out today. They caught some.
Shout out to Blake.
And so, the trophy cat season, it's on, man. I think
It is.
out of my next 5 or 6 trips, I think 4 or 5 of them are probably trophy cat trips, and
Yeah, you got one tomorrow.
I'm excited about that. I've got Mr. Brady
BCM
Winans
in the house.
Here we go, Mr. BCM's back, baby. But today we did go do a striper report or striper trip with Mr. Bob.
What's
Bobette
up, Blake?
And his buddies.
I got to push somebody.
I got
Noel
push.
first too.
Hey, wait.
Anybody see me?
Why'd you think that was me?
See me? Somebody's pushing me. Don't push me.
Hey, he turns around and looks at me.
I don't care. It doesn't matter to me. You can push me all you want. But no, the striper fishing. I'm going to tell you, man. They're setting up on their winter pattern. We've had some of those days where you go out there and you set up on them, and they instantly come up under the
What's
boat,
up, Jake?
and you start catching them. I mean, it's just as quick as you can drop down. Today was not that case. Yesterday we had a catfish trip. We got blew off the lake in about an hour.
We were
I mean,
surfing with the boat.
Yeah. It was even for the 24-foot Blazer Bays, man. I'm going to tell you, it was a challenge to get across from point A to point B because it was. Tawakoni's been a little bit hangry the last couple of days. I'm going to tell you.
It was pretty windy today too.
Yeah, it's a little breezy
My heart was
today, but it wasn't. It
Wayne
was
wants
nothing
to know
like
why
it
you
was.
got so many gray hairs.
Mostly from doing trips for like people like Wayne Melton.
Wow.
He wants to hire me to do a crappie trip, and he brings these guys out there that can't catch them. So
Hey,
no,
Cindy.
I'm just kidding. Wayne, you know why I got gray hairs? I got an 18-year-old daughter. Come on now.
Sweet,
Yeah,
man.
that's
Check
what's
this out
crazy.
real
I'll
quick.
tell you what.
But the striper fishing has been good for the most part. There are some tough days like we had today. It was a little bit tough. I'm not gonna lie about it. A lot
He
of people
smoked them.
think that.
He smoked.
Yeah, and here's what's crazy about today. I'm gonna tell y'all. We had like 25 or 26 whites that we kept. We had a couple of big hybrids that we kept. We had a few others thrown in there that wouldn't quite keep. So, you go out on a half-day trip and you come in with 30 fish, and a lot of people would say, man, that's a good day. 30 fish, 30, 35 fish, a couple gallon bags full of fillets. And for a lot of people, that's a really good day of fishing. And it really is. But we're spoiled, man.
Suzanne, how's it going?
Y'all see us come in with hundreds of fish laid out on the dock and stuff like that, and that's kind of what we're used to. So we really do get spoiled on this old Lake Tawakoni down here. She normally puts a ton of fish out for us, and that's just kind of what we're used to. So when I say it's a tough day, and I'm talking about 30, 35 fish in a day, for what would sound like a really good day to a lot of people, to us that's tough. So, but that's what we ended up with today. But guess what? They'll probably be hungry as they can be tomorrow, and it's one of those deals where this time of year, we're kind of in that transition zone, but once they really set up in this pattern, it'll be good for the rest of the year. So that's
Sweet.
just around the corner any day.
Yeah.
Man.
Hey, real quick, I want to quick a shout out.
Excellent.
I
Suzanne.
tried to make it last as long as Michael Littlejohn will make a report
You were a
last.
quarter of it. You were a quarter of it.
Whatever.
You were a quarter.
My
of it.
girl Suzanne from Home Depot, she just tuned
Hey,
in.
Derek, thanks for watching.
That's
Hey,
pretty cool.
Suzanne.
Hey guys, right now we got 65, 67
Hey,
viewers.
Chad.
We're about to hit 70. This is freaking exciting. So that means there's 65 people up in here watching us right now. I want everybody to share the live feed. I mean, bottom left, just hit share, hit those thumbs,
Share,
hit those
come on.
likes,
We
hit
can
those
see what you
likes,
guys
man.
share.
Hit those
Please
hearts. I
share
mean,
it.
this is
You can-
exciting. We do this
every
every
week.
day
Yes.
just for you guys.
That's right.
Winner catfish.
Yes, we're sharing.
right.
We give you all
Let's
this
give something
information.
away.
All we
Yeah.
ask is that you share.
Speaking of winners,
Let's give something
Winners.
away.
Winner.
Yep. Jump in.
Come
All right,
on,
you
Ron,
guys.
got something to tell
speaking
y'all.
of winners,
Thanks.
Ryan's got
Baby.
something
Thank
to say.
y'all
No
a lot.
pressure.
Thank y'all a lot for liking and sharing. That's how we get this going.
Who's sharing?
Hey, you gotta have your
Like
hands just
and
like me.
share.
Right there. There you go. There you go.
All right. I turn it up like Mike. I can't hold it
You
though.
ain't got nothing written on the
All
bottom.
right, so give away the net gator, free net gator. Who doesn't like free stuff? I know I do. So like and share as much as you can. We love it. So the free net gator goes to Brooks Tarkenton.
Hey,
Thank you, Brooks, for
Watch
sharing.
it now. Hey, Brooks.
Awesome.
Thank you for sharing. We appreciate
Like and share,
you guys
like and
so
share.
much, so much. So speaking of sharing, I'm gonna say one thing. You guys may have seen the video that I put out, and the guys that we all talked about last week. We're trying to we're doing a fundraiser for a beautiful young lady up in Kansas. Her name is Mallory Mitchell. Y'all be nice. Anyway, we're doing this fundraiser for her. It's really, really important, and everybody's being silly, but I'm gonna tell you guys. Please go and watch the video. Please, we're gonna put the hashtag out here in just a little bit. You can hashtag Miracle Mallory. Today is what's it called? Tuesday, Giving Tuesday.
Give Back Tuesday
Give Back
or something
Tuesday.
like that. I don't know. Hashtag
Guys,
it.
yes, we would really appreciate it if you guys would look that hashtag up and go and look at the video that we did earlier in the week. You'll see it's a picture of me on there. I'm doing a live feed. And please watch that. And please, we're giving away two free trips. A saltwater trip or a trophy catfish trip. We're giving away 2 trips. The drawing is going to be New Year's Day. And to get in that drawing, you have to click on this link that we're going to put up. And it's hashtag Miracle Mallory. And it's also Rally Up Miracle Mallory. And you guys, you can buy entries. And you don't even have to buy it.
And they're
you
cheap,
can also,
guys. They're not
they're like
expensive.
10 for $10. You can buy entries for this. And all the proceeds, everything goes to her and her family. So it's so important, guys. I mean, it's Christmas time. We're going to do the drawing on New Year's Day. It ends on Christmas Day. So please look that up, and we're going to share that in a minute. And Chad, if you could just share that for me, that would be amazing. If you could share that link
Hey,
for
Kendi.
her. So anyway, I'm going to get off for now, but I will be back this week to remind you guys about Mallory.
That's
Thank
awesome.
y'all. Okay.
And I want big shout out to my wife, man. She's carried this burden for Mallory, and babe, good job on this.
Oh, thank you.
Good job on this,
Yeah.
guys. Probably 15 years ago, I started fishing for trophy blue catfish, and I think the first couple of years I never could catch. I never could catch a fish over 20 pounds. And I'm going to share just a couple things that I've learned over the years that will help put big fish in the boat. There's a couple tricks. It's kindergarten stuff. It's nothing. It's no rocket science whatsoever. But there's a few things you may be able to do a little differently that will help you put bigger fish in the boat. And I'm going to share those with you right now. We're talking about blue catfish, trophy blue catfish. And guys, here's the bottom line. Okay, number one, and this is going to sound kind of redundant, kind of funny, but the numero uno reason why you're not catching big trophy catfish is you are not anywhere near the big fish. Okay, you're fishing in areas that just don't hold big fish. Lake Tawakoni's 40,000 acres. Right now, there's about 10, maybe 20,000 acres, not even 20, probably more like 10 to 15,000 acres that are holding big fish. And if you've got 100 anglers that are fishing the lake right now, only 10 or 15 of them are going to be in the big fish. Everyone else is going to be either off the fish or they're going to be catching small fish. You got to be on the big fish. And to do that, you're going to need good electronics. You're going to need to do your homework online. You're going to need to you can't just decide, I'm going to go catch big fish and just go out on a lake and just start fishing. You've got to find the herd of big fish. Big fish like to be with big fish. Small fish like to be with small fish. So I know Mike.
Just to kind of correct, we did a study on that a long time ago, and even with the bass fishing stuff, and even the biologists and everything else, they come to the lakes and they shock these fish up, not the catfish, because anything over about 10 pounds they can't shock up and stuff like that. But what biologists have actually studied, and even in the marine electronics industries and stuff like that, what they actually say is 90% of the fish live in about 10% of the water on any given lake.
Yeah.
So just think about that. If you're actually talking about almost a 40,000 acre lake like Tawakoni, approximately 4,000 acres of that holds approximately 90% of those big fish.
Yeah,
and so still 4,000 acres is a lot of.
It's a lot of acreage.
Think about it on like your deer lease or something like that. It's
Yeah,
still a lot
and so we're talking, guys, about how you can put bigger fish in the boat. We're giving the reasons why you're not catching big fish. I know a lot of anglers that go out and they spend a lot of time on certain lakes and they just don't catch big fish. Okay. It's like a two-step process. You need good electronics, honestly. You can actually see these big fish on these electronics. And I can spend 2 or 3 hours scanning areas in the water and never find big fish. That tells me this whole area that I just scanned for the last 2 hours, I can eliminate. I don't even have to fish it. So process elimination. Now, this brings us to the second reason. I think, Terry, you were going to chime in?
Yeah, I will. Just, really quick. Size matters. So, when you're... When you're fishing for big fish, you want to have, when you're fishing with gizzard shad, you want to have your bait as big as your hand. If your bait is not as big as your hand, your bait's too small. Yes, can you catch big fish on small baits? You can, but think how many little fish are getting to, why are y'all looking at me? You're about
to lose it, that's why.
You shouldn't have ended it that way.
Think how many little...
If my hand's bigger than your hand or bigger than somebody else's, I don't know.
All right, PG.
What I'm trying to say is...
PG.
Oh, what I'm trying to say is... That bait needs to be as big as your hand, because if you use a small bait, the small fish are going to get to it. Yeah, my hand's way bigger.
Oh my God.
I didn't do anything. I'm sorry. Jesus. Okay. So what I'm trying to tell you is, seriously though, is you need to have big baits. If you're using a small bait, the small fish can get to it maybe before the big fish can. So when you find those big fish, make sure you have big baits. And I literally like to try to have one at least the size of my hand. And most time, if I have a shad this big, I'm going to cut the tail off so I can at least, if I've got a shad like this, which is like, what's that, 10 inches?
No, it's not.
Hey, are we making weight?
Guys, we're going to move on to the third reason.
Number 3. Number
It
3.
runs downhill from there. Kendi, you're exactly right.
According to Michael, that is.
Y'all are gonna have to go back and look at the live feed from about a year ago. It's close to a year ago when we were making our slinky weights.
Yes.
Remember?
Yes.
We ended up in the same bad path about a year ago
I
when we
think
were
we
talking
should-
about making our rope weights that we make, and she was talking about how you had to cut them exactly 8 inches,
We're
and
gonna.
we're not sure.
We're moving
where
on.
she gets her
Guys,
Oh my gosh.
Hey, so there was a question on here, Michael.
Yeah.
Yes.
In the event if you catch a trophy catfish, new anglers out there, how do you bring it in the boat? How long do you want to keep it in the boat? And how do you release it back to the water?
That's a great question. We got up to 72 viewers, 73 viewers.
Shout out,
Guys,
73 viewers.
Really?
Thank you so
Everybody
much
likes
for your
to share.
time.
It'll be twice as many.
Wait,
likes.
y'all are
So-
sharing. See what happens?
So check this out, guys.
Awesome.
The question was, if you hang into a big fish and you bring him up to the boat, how do you land the fish? How do you get him off the hook and get him back in the water without hurting the fish?
And how long do you want to keep them in the boat?
Okay, so here's what we've learned over time, and this has been kind of a long process to learn this. But really, here's the deal, guys. You don't want to bring your fish, if you're fishing deep water, first of all, you don't want to bring your fish up real fast, okay? You're going to bring air into the belly of the fish, then you're going to need to burp the fish. But guys, you're going to net the fish, obviously. You don't want to sit there and try to grab the fish in the mouth. You don't want to try to hook the fish with your hooks and bring him in. Put the net on the fish, okay? And bring him over the side of the boat, nice and easy. Get him into the bottom of the boat. And if you've got carpet in your boat, you don't want to let the fish get on your carpet much. And it's not because he's going to slime your carpet, but the carpet's going to take a lot of his mucus or his slime. That's his protective coating. It's going to take that off the fish. So I don't know about you guys, but I don't like to keep these fish out of the water longer than about 3 or 4 minutes.
Max.
Okay.
Max 3 minutes.
Yeah, and guys, when you go to weigh these fish, I know in our videos you've seen this, and I want to just apologize. Don't weigh these fish on fish grips, okay? A lot of times, I've done it. I'm guilty. I'm not doing it anymore. You clamp those fish grips down on their mouth, and then these are 50, 60, 70-pound fish, and then we're hooking them through that hole, and we're holding them up like this. That's a lot of weight on that fish's jaw. Leave them in the net.
Actually sprang or dislocate their jaw.
Absolutely. Guys, weigh these fish in the net, okay? Put them in the net. Just hook the scale on the net and then bring it up. Oh, it's going to be an extra pound or two. Those nets don't weigh anything. And you get a good reading, and that net's going to cradle that fish. And it's not going to put a lot of pressure where pressure shouldn't be
Just
put
to clarify,
on the fish.
the fish grips are great. They're great for holding the fish. When
So
you've
you can
got the
take a
whole
picture.
fish,
Yeah.
and you can get a picture. I mean, we love our grips.
just not
We use Team
suspended
Catfish
by
grips,
the
but
That's
they're
right.
great. They're the best. But fish grips are great.
And I don't know how many times I've weighed a fish 30, 40, 50 pounds. You go to pick them up on grips, and they do the little death roll thing,
Yeah.
and then they twist off. They fall.
Yeah.
Well, not
and-
only that, I mean, if they twist too, those grips could also hit you on the face. So.
Yeah, you lost
Well, you got a scar right here, don't you?
You got a big scar.
So-
Hey, but if you ain't got a big net, I mean, the only time you want to pick that catfish is from the water into the boat. That's it. I mean, don't have them in there hanging for a very long time. I mean, just imagine yourself holding onto a rope to a tree, just hanging there. I mean, that's going to hurt your jaw all the time.
And obviously, I mean, the cooler water, the cooler weather, those fish are going to do better out of, for a longer time while they're in the boat.
That's right.
If it's hot and it's dry, then they don't do very well.
That's right.
But the cooler days and the cooler the water, they actually can survive
What's up, Chad?
for several minutes in the floor of the boat or whatever, taking your pictures, your videos.
That's right.
Your measurements to get a replica, do whatever you need to do. One last thing, you touched on it a little bit, and kind of where I draw the line is about that 30-foot mark. If I catch a fish under around 30 foot of water, generally they don't need to be burped. If you release a fish in that water and it turns belly up, that fish is not going to survive more than likely.
Oh, yeah.
So the best thing to do is turn around, net that fish again, burp it. And what we mean by burping it, you can simply take a 3/4 inch or 1/2 inch PVC pipe, run it down in their belly, push on their belly, you get that air out of them, release them again, they should swim off.
That's right.
And typically that doesn't happen until we start fishing real deep. I would say 30 to 50 foot of water.
Right.
They get that air in them, and a lot of times we have to burp those fish to get them to go
That's
back.
right.
And I want to say one thing. If you guys are on Tawakoni and you've got a big fish and you've tried burping it, you've done everything you can, and you can't get that fish to go down, You know our number. You can find us on Facebook. Call us. We will help you get that. We will try to help you. If we're on the water, one of us will try to help you get that fish to go down.
That's right.
Whether if
Just
it's
saying.
me,
Yeah, any of
Captain Michael, Mike
I've
Thompson.
actually, and even what we call plunging the fish, where sometimes
Yeah.
you take them and they may not want to get down. You can actually kind of
Nose dive him.
torpedo them
Yeah.
into the water, get them down about that 10, because when they hit that water, they're going to dive about 8 to 10 feet.
Yeah.
And if you can get them down to there, a lot of times it'll neutralize that buoyancy and it'll help them swim off. Other times, I've actually had fish that I've had to I empty my cooler out, fill it full of water. I put that fish in there, kind of let them relax a little bit, full of water, and then try to reburp them and kind of revive them.
Yeah.
I do whatever I can to make sure that fish is going to swim off in full health. And
That's right.
Yeah.
And guys,
get back to
going back, we're talking about trophy catfish here, and we're talking about fish that are honestly 20, 30, 35, 36, 37 years old. Okay?
Shout out to the 76 viewers.
Those big fish I caught the other day.
That's crazy.
If you look at the pictures real close, 2 of them had been previously caught. They had scars on their lip or on their eye,
Wow.
and 2 of those fish had been previously
Yeah.
caught. And I'm
That's
talking
really cool.
35,
Hey, Chuck.
45, 48 pounder.
Hey, BJ.
Had been previously caught.
You know, and guys,
Great
we're
to see 'em.
and here's the deal, guys. If
77,
if we all work together as a
Oh my
catfishing
God.
community, and we all decide, hey, we're going to let these bigger fish go, it's just going to preserve this fishery, and this fishery is going to get better
That's
and
true.
better and better. And you know what? Sometimes it's hard to let a 10 or 15 pound fish go, especially on days it's been kind of slow. But if you'll just commit to that, that 10, 12, because here's the deal. A 10, 12 pound catfish is 10 to 12 years old. They take a long time to get there. That fish been in the lake already 10 years. Man, they kind of deserve to be in that lake. So, anyways, with that said, guys, we're talking about
Catfish Weekly does that.
we're talking about the 3 biggest reasons why you don't put big fish in the boat. 1, you're not fishing where there's big fish. We talked about electronics. Second, Terry talked about the fact
What's
that
up, William?
you're not using big bait. You're not using big enough bait. And guys, I can't stress that enough. You need to use. Now, will a big fish hit a small bait? Absolutely. But so will every other small fish in the lake. So not every small fish in the lake is going to hit a big bait. So with that said, now we'll come back to number 3 here in a minute. We got to give some away.
Speaking of big fish, our caption this was a big fish being caught, and Noel's going to tell you.
I was going to let Ryan do that
no,
today, so
Noel.
it's all you, brother. Go ahead.
Which one? What is it? Caption this. All right, caption this.
It's a customer holding a big fish. You
Customer
see what
holding-
the caption of this picture was?
Yeah, I did. It was
Well,
that
there you
kid holding that.
It wasn't a kid.
Redfish. Yeah.
Redfish.
Yeah, that
Oh
was a
no,
kid.
no, no! The caption this was the guy from
Holding-
Fork holding the catfish in the picture of him.
Was
With a you did. He was on your.
All right,
boat.
Noel,
The
you
guy-
got
No,
something to
you
say.
You got
The
it.
guy's holding the catfish.
You got it, brother.
He's a fisherman. And the guy took a picture of him. Oh my gosh! You don't look at
You
this.
got it.
All right, well, good. Hey, whatever. Go ahead.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to
Caption this.
Live with the Guides. All right, so caption this. So I'm sure you guys saw the image. It's the customer that's holding the big old giant trophy catfish, and then you got the cell phone, and the guy's taking the picture.
Now, Dad, just remember.
We're brainstorming back there, so
Is it a picture of a picture?
yeah, it's the picture right picture with the cell phone.
God!
Man, oh man, hey man,
It's James Caldemeyer and it's Lance.
Go on. Give the caption this, Noel. Come on now.
so the person's holding that trophy catfish, and then you got somebody taking a picture with a cell phone. It's actually pretty cool. So for instance, let's say Ryan's taking a picture of the customer right here, and then I come from right behind him.
then I
Bam!
come right behind.
And I come from behind
I come right
him.
here. We all take them.
Triple the picture.
That's right.
Double
All right.
the
So what are we
action.
doing here?
Okay. Hey, what's
So
caption this?
who won the caption this?
And what's it for?
I
And
think I
it's
won.
for
I think I had the best caption.
man. I think you did too. What was it?
Well, if a picture's worth 1,000 words, I just put 2,000 words. I mean, because it was a picture in a picture. I thought that was pretty crafty.
2,000
I
palabras.
should win a trophy catfish.
2,000 palabras. Hey, Suzanne would like to know who caught the big catfish today from the Tawak team.
Actually, it was Steve.
Steve Jones.
Shout out to
Yeah.
Steve
Yeah.
Jones.
He
But
caught
hey,
48.
the caption is, guess what? Whoever had the best caption, you get your name drawn, goes into a hat. And in December, we're
2
going
weeks from now.
December 18th.
So 3 weeks.
So 3 weeks from
2 or 3.
today,
4.
en 3 semanas,
Give or take.
vamos a agarrar un nombre y lo vamos a sacar de la cachucha y alguien va a ganar
That's good, Chucha.
un viaje para ir a sacar unos pescados gigantes, 3, 4, 5 feet long, not inches. Hey, catching this. Here we go. The winner is
That's very good.
from Lake Tawakoni. While a friend took a picture. What is the caption is?
It just says, and the winner is.
Come on, Noel.
Dun, dun, dun. Brandon Schilling.
There you go.
None other than Brandon Schilling. Congratulations. And he said, catfish in photo are larger than they appear.
There you
Yeah,
go.
that was a good catch. Now that was good.
Sweet. So,
Now we got to guess the weight.
yo quiero ir. José Hernández, estamos listos para ir a pescar cuando
Guess
tú
what you're gonna
gustes.
guess weight.
So,
Like it.
hey, what's up, 76 viewers? Everybody hit share right now. Hit those hearts and hit those likes. We're going to hit 100 by the end of this evening.
Noel's so positive. All right.
All right.
Who does
And then,
the
of
guess
course,
the
we
In
weight?
got
Spanish.
And then, of course, we got the guess the weight, which is the red fish that they were trying to
Well,
put
we
in the
got the
caption
winner.
this
What's
or
his name?
something. But anyway,
Dylan.
we've got young man Dylan out there. He got him a good old red fish. And so we've got the guess the weight. So all you got to do is guess the weight closest to the weight of the fish that we put up. And you're going to win some RSR lures if you're the winner. And tonight's winner is...
Brought by the guides.
I don't even know who the winner is. Oh,
Winner,
Brandon.
chicken dinner.
No, yeah, there you go. Yeah.
Tonight's winner is Brandon Earhart
Woo,
Way to go, Brandon.
Job.
with a guess weight of 13.7.
There you go.
So there you go. You win your own RSR lures. If you need to know how to get a hold of us or how to get a hold of Mr. Philip Walker, Mr. Philip Walker with RSR lures is going to bring you this portion of Live with the Guides tonight.
Do your last little bit.
And so you can either get a hold of Philip in a private message, or if you have problems getting a hold of him, just shoot one of us a message, and we'll make sure you get your own RSR lure.
Awesome.
All right, guys.
All right.
We're getting ready to wrap this up tonight.
Hey, Jose Hernandez wants to know what part of Texas are we from? This magnificent group here. Where are we from?
Man, this is
I'm from Midlothian, Texas.
East Texas.
Midlow.
My wife's from Midlothian. Ryan, where you from?
East Texas.
East Texas. Mike,
Dallas. something.
Mike,
I'm from just
Hey, Kenny.
north of North
My
Texas.
friend.
just north of North. They're being awful secretive.
But we live in West
I'm a
Point.
South Central Oklahoma boy.
South
originally.
Central Oklahoma in the
I've
house.
been here 30 years. Though, so.
Oh, you're,
Yeah, he
got here as quick
you're
as I could.
Texan then.
There you
You're
go.
Texan.
That's what's wrong with him.
Noel is a.
Yo soy de México, arriba Cadereyta, Nuevo León. ¿Qué hubo, compa?
He's a Dallas
See,
boy.
look, somebody
Where'd
else,
you go to high school?
somebody else is from East
10
Texas.
days.
W.T. White, Longhorns, baby.
W.T. White. There you go, baby. All right. Cool. Guys, hey, we're getting ready to end this. You guys have a lot to do tonight. This has been the longest feed we've ever done.
Yep.
With the 3 biggest reasons why you
excited
don't
about having
catch
viewers
catfish over 20 pounds. We said that you weren't fishing around the fish, the big fish. We said that you were using way too small of baits. And the third thing, and this is about as basic as it gets, but you could be fishing in the wrong lake. And let me explain.
Whoa.
Okay.
Bam.
There's a lot of lakes that are not gonna sustain a big blue cat fishery. I'm thinking of lakes in North Texas. Do they produce over 20s? Yeah, they do. But do they produce a whole bunch? No. Guys, do your research. Find you a lake that is chocked full of big fish. Use big bait. Use your electronics. Find where the big fish are. It's a recipe that's guaranteed to put big fish in the boat. And if all else fails, you can hire these guys right here, and we will put you on those fish.
And
What
girl.
school did you go to?
And
Yeah,
ladies.
that's my cousin. That's
Tina
what I'm saying.
Freeman went to W.T. White. What's up, Longhorns?
All right, guys, we're getting ready to sign off. Again, Miracle Mallory, if you'll check that out, there's a link down below in the feed. Simply click on it. If you feel it in your heart to donate to this awesome family,
Please.
just do that. And, hey, you're going to win. If you win, you're going to win a saltwater trip
What's
with
up,
us
Nathan?
or a trophy catfish trip. So, guys, it's
Hey,
been fun
Kyle.
Or 2 of them.
for Mr. Mike Thompson, or 2
Susan
of them,
went to TJ.
Mr. Ryan
It's all
Glover,
good.
Mr. Noel, and Miss Terry. Mr. Mike Thompson is going to sign us off.
Sign us off.
Let me translate real quick. Este show fue bienvenidos por la familia de Tawakoni. Todo lo que estás viendo en este programa
Thank
será
you, Jennifer,
PG-13,
for
¿ok?
sharing.
Tonight's episode of Live with the Guides is brought to you by. Oh, go ahead.
Nosotros.
By these fine sponsors:
Por estos sponsores.
Pure Fishing,
Pure Fishing.
Minn Kota and Hummingbird.
Minicota y Hummingbird.
Costa Del Mar sunglasses.
Costa del Mar.
RSR lures.
RSR Lures.
Yamaha outboards.
Yamaha. Outboard.
I can actually do that. American Angler fillet knives. Be ready, rod holders.
What's
McKinney
up,
Custom Rods, Tough Skin Motor Covers, Blackbeard Marine, Effortless Branding, Extreme Planer Boards, and Gill Fishing Apparel. Remember, T-Walk is a registered trademark, not to be copied or reproduced without the express written consent of Michael and Terry Little John Lake, Tawakoni Guide Service, Inc.
Fish with us at your own risk.
Y'all have a good night.
Bye, y'all. Thank y'all for watching. We appreciate you so much. Bye-bye.